This is Team Hugin. We are a group of students from the Barcelona School of Informatics at UPC Barcelona Tech.
This year, Imagine Cup invites participants to imagine a world where technology helps solve the toughest problems. Our project is based on the United Nations Millennium Development Goal that talks about achieving universal education for everyone. We translate this need to our field, higher education. Around the world, thousands of university students dream about a better education, about having the necessary resources within their hands in order to dream big. Have you ever thought how useful your resources could be to the others while they're not using them? Have you ever thought how grateful others would be if they could virtually assist to one of your classes?
The objective of this project is to allow a more widespread sharing of educational resources. This will boost the capabilities of less developed countries in the educational area by providing them with the remote access to, literally, an infinite network of resources.
We imagine a world that jumps to Education 2.0. A world where every person has access to the resources he needs, no matter what country he was born in. A world that makes the most out of existing resources by sharing them while they are not in use.
Our solution is a system that allows users to connect remotely to laboratories. Meet Alice. She is a third-year computer science student in University A. Alice has to use an oscilloscope for one of her class projects, but she doesn't have access to any. Luckily, University A has implemented the global education system. Alice logs into the global education through her university's website and searches for available oscilloscopes. This is possible thanks to a global network that the system creates with alliances between universities. It's Alice's lucky day! University B has a laboratory available for sharing which contains an oscilloscope. Alice makes a reservation on the system for an available time slot a few hours later. When the time of her reservation comes, Alice logs in again and gains access to the laboratory. The server from University A connects to the server in University B and exchanges a verification for Alice's reservation. After that, Alice is able to access University B's laboratory directly using her browser. The layout that appears in her browser contains all the necessary modules for her to interact with the components in the laboratory, and Alice is able to move them around as she likes. Plus, Alice discovers she has access to a webcam in the laboratory as well.
But you may think, is this really necessary? Think about it in a global sense. While students and teachers from a university in Barcelona are sleeping, the resources in their laboratories are asleep as well. Wouldn't it be wonderful for kids in India, for example, to be able to use those resources? Many countries in the world lack the financial aid necessary for their children's education. We aim to work as a non-profit organization in order to find companies in the developed world willing to finance the implementation of the global education system in underdeveloped countries. Take the example of Burkina Faso. Families must pay for children's scholar fees, and there is an enormous shortage of qualified instructors. Imagine what a great change we could make if we find a company in Spain willing to spend part of its social budget in our project. We would provide the children with computers and internet access, and all through the global education system. They would be able to assist to classes from an instructor on the opposite side of the world. Imagine a world where resources are available for everyone.